grew up here in Birmingham, and I formed a catering service when I was 15 years old, which I ran really throughout all of my high school years. Learned a lot about how to manage people at a very young age, manage people and run a business, and it was very educational for me. I had a marvelous time at Auburn. I did not end up getting an engineering degree. I got a business degree, and I started dating my wife then, and about the time I started dating, she was a very good student. I became much more studious. Catherine has been very, very involved with many women's and children's charities, which we have been that we have given to. I have been on the board of Children's Hospital of Alabama for many years. We've been donors to it, and then in the last few years, we've been very involved in the musical theater and education in that area with Red Mountain Theater here in Birmingham. Right before I graduated from Auburn, my father invited me to go to the Middle East to see his construction projects there. Over dinner one night, he offered me a job. I ended up taking the job with him. They didn't have a clue what to do with me. Because I was fluent in 3 of the early programming languages, they hired me as a computer programmer. And went from there into the equipment department as an assistant equipment manager. Went from there into our real estate arm. Ultimately ended up being the head of the real estate arm, and moved from there into taking over ultimately all of the entire investment side of my father's business.
He has impacted the state of Alabama in so many ways. I can think of 3 ways that Raymond has made a huge impact. First of all was with Harbert Management Corporation, the company he created. I was one of the original shareholders of Harbert Management Corporation, and the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of jobs that he's created for people across the state, across the world. I mean, at our peak with Harbert Management Corporation, we managed $26 billion. We had institutional investors from all over the world, and Raymond has made an impact for the state of Alabama having this fantastic business he's created. The second thing I think Raymond has really made an impact in is down at Auburn. And what he has done at Auburn is absolutely unbelievable. What he has done being a trustee for 10 years, but much, much more than being a trustee. What Raymond has done for the School of Business down at Auburn, he has turned the Auburn Business School into one of the premier business schools in the country. And he did that not by himself, but certainly Raymond drove that school, and that's why it's called the Raymond J. Harbert School of Business now. What he's done there is fantastically. And the third thing I would think about what the Raymond has done and his family has done is philanthropically. What they've done across the state is just unsurpassed in their philanthropic efforts. And it's not just at Auburn. In Birmingham, what he's done at Children's Hospital and UAB and all the other social aspects that he's created and benefited across the state of Alabama has just been remarkable. So I'd say Raymond, it stands in a very, very small list of people for what he has done philanthropic for the state of Alabama. There's no one more deserving of this award in my mind than Raymond Harbert. And what a class he is being inducted with here. It's just fantastic.
Raymond has supported hundreds. I can't even begin to understand how many organizations, non-for-profit and for-profit, across the state of Alabama. And I would venture to say that I would say no one in the state of Alabama has not been positively affected by Raymond Harbert. He launched Alabama Futures Fund, and in that fund, I'm pretty sure that 16 entrepreneurial companies relocated their headquarters to the state of Alabama. That's Raymond's intent. Raymond's intent is build a better Alabama, and he's done so in so many ways.
Catherine and I very much subscribe to the idea to who much is given, much is expected. And we have been, both of us, and my family, have been incredibly blessed by all that we have been given and received and this, that, and the other. And so it's very natural for us to want to give back. And it just, and it's also been very easy. I mean, the areas that we have given, we're very passionate. I consider by far and away my biggest accomplishment as a person has been raising 3 great children. Second most biggest accomplishment or thing that I'm proud of is a successful 42-year marriage to the love of my life, Catherine. And I'll have to tell you that I give her most of the credit for those 3 children turning out the way they did. I'm incredibly honored to just be included with this group of inductees, and yes, I do know most of them, and it's humbling to me to be included with such a fine group of people. And yes, I very much congratulate them on that honor, being included. And as I said, I'm particularly honored to be included with them.